Back in 2007, Jeff Gordon had arguably his best non-championship winning season in his career. Of course, there are other non-championship winning seasons that stand out in Gordon's career, including 1996, 2004, and 2014. But none of those years compare to what Gordon did in 2007. Yes, in 1996, Gordon had 10 wins, but he only led the points for 5 weeks that season. What set him back that year were the 5 DNFs he had and a 31st place finish at Charlotte with 4 races to go, so he finished second in points behind teammate Terry Labonte. In 2004, Gordon had 5 wins and was a championship contender the entire season. He even entered the final race at Homestead with a chance to win the championship, but also came up short and finished third in points to champion Kurt Busch and runner-up Jimmie Johnson. Gordon's 4 DNFs and a 34th at Atlanta in the chase ended his chances of winning a championship that year. 2014 was Gordon's last year where he was right atop of the sport week in and week out. Yes, he did make the championship 4 in 2015, but it was not Gordon's best year by far. He was not a threat to win every week like he was for many years in his career. In 2014, Gordon did not have a single DNF. He was on track for the finish every race. A year that included 4 wins, 14 top 5s, 23 top 10s, 1,083 laps led, and an average finish of 10.4 saw Gordon finish 6th in the points. The incident with Brad Keselowski at Texas ultimately knocked Gordon out of the playoffs and a chance to race for a championship at Homestead. But 2007 was different. Talk about a year Jeff Gordon deserved the championship and got nothing to show for it. In 2007, Jeff Gordon scored 6 wins, 21 top 5s, and 30 top 10s. Gordon led 1,300 laps and had an average finish of 7.3. Gordon had a record for the biggest points lead after 11 races as he led second place Jimmie Johnson by 231 points after winning at Darlington. That was followed by his only DNF of 2007 with a crash in the Coca-Cola 600 after Tony Raines got loose off of turn 4 and hit Gordon into the grass, which sent the 24 out of control and back into the outside wall where he was met by the 84 of AJ Allmendinger.
Kenz's car looks pretty sporty on the fresh tires.
Darryl, we talked about that green car earlier, that 18 car.
Trouble again, guys. Got in the 24. Yo! Man, Jeff Gordon took a lick.
Yes, he
Jeff
did.
Burton took a lick.
And they're still wrecking Allmendinger, Robbie Gordon.
Boy, I don't feel good about Jeff Gordon at all. That was a hard nose-in lick right there. His car went airborne and hit so hard.
The car that had just gotten the free pass was Tony Raines, and that's who
Be careful on the tip now.
got hard into Gordon. There's Allmendinger's Toyota. And there you see Jeff Gordon. He's got the wheel off on his DuPont Chevy, and he will climb out okay. And that beautiful paint job is all done. Allmendinger's okay. Darryl, what are you fond of saying? Cautions breed cautions.
Particularly on these tires, it seems like with the grip factor being pretty low on these tires, the first few laps, every time we've had a restart over here for the last 10 days, has resulted in some of this.
Watch the 24 of Gordon, who came in here with the biggest point lead after 11 races anybody's ever had.
Raines just gets loose off 4 and he gets into Jeff, and Jeff about has it saved till he gets out in the grass, and man, he takes a lick, and then watch Allmendinger lift him right off the ground.
I mean, there was nowhere for AJ Allmendinger at 84 to go.
No, that was.
You know, Jeff Burton in the 31 got very little of.
What is remarkable about Gordon's season is after the 3rd race at Las Vegas, Gordon did not fall out of the top 2 in points. Even with the reset of the standings in the chase, Gordon was never lower than 2nd in the points. Gordon took over the points lead after the Food City 500 at Bristol. He didn't lose that points lead until the reset for the chase, but then took the points lead right back after the first chase race at New Hampshire. This meant that Gordon held the points lead for 20 consecutive weeks, and he led the points for 6 of the 10 races in the chase. Gordon spent over 72% of the season atop the point standings and over 94% of the season in the top 2 in the points. Gordon had a great chase too, had 2 wins, 6 top 5s, and 9 top 10s, with the one other race being an 11th at Dover. If it wasn't for teammate Jimmie Johnson winning 4 races in a row after Gordon won back-to-back races at Talladega and Charlotte, Gordon would have run away with the championship. 2007 was the year that showed Jeff Gordon showed that he was still a top force in the Cup Series, and it may be the best non-championship winning season in NASCAR history. If you liked what you saw, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any ideas for great topics I should go over, leave it down in the comments below. Now, have a good one.